You're watching RTV News with me, Jane Mutoni. African parliamentarians who are in Rwanda after concluding the 77th session of the Executive Committee of the African Parliamentary Union have visited the modern settlement of Karama location, Nyarugenge district here in Kigali City. Refugees living in different camps here in Rwanda have begun to productively use the renewable energy that has been unveiled to them, helping to transform and improve their lives. On the international scenes, fighting raged near Kyiv, and Ukrainian officials said heavy shelling and threats of Russian air attacks were endangering attempted evacuations of desperate civilians from encircled towns and cities elsewhere. Everyone, welcome to the news in details. Now, African parliamentarians who are in Rwanda after concluding the 77th session of the Executive Committee of the African Parliamentary Union have visited the modern settlement of Karama located in Nyarugenge district here in Kigali City. Now, the settlement is home to vulnerable people who were relocated from different parts of the city and boasts modern apartment blocks, a school and health center. Take a look.
Innocent Sikubgabo has 4 children and now lives in the Karama modern settlement. Before he and his family went to live in the settlement, life during the rainy season was traumatic for them. Every time it rained, we did not sleep and even fled the house, lest we were swept away by the floods. We lived in constant fear, wondering when the house would collapse and who would die next. Here we have a nice house with its own water and electricity, and we found it fully furnished. There are even fire extinguishers in case we ever need them, and the building has a lightning rod. Plus, there are nice roads here. Innocent no longer has to worry about his children's future either. My child goes to a good school and is growing into an intelligent person, knowing the importance of cleanliness and living in a good environment. He is 6 years old and has been going to the school for the past 3 years, learning so many things. I want him to grow into someone who is useful to this world. The African parliamentarians who visited Innocent and his neighbors on Saturday were very impressed by what they saw.
For a developing economy, it is a very good initiative of the Rwanda's government. Back home, we're hearing a lot of good things about Rwanda. We've come to see ourselves so much well. This is very fantastic. This is what Africa needs to develop the human resource. One of the major difficulties confronting us as a continent is our human resource. And what you are doing here is very fantastic. Very, very well. I mean, Rwanda's government has done so much well, and we are very happy. Rwandan leader has a vision. And the good people of Rwanda, you are doing well. Countries who are not doing this should also learn this. They should emulate this. They should do even better. You learn, you add some.
The residents of the settlement say, however, that they do need more health workers in the community because people in the settlement usually require frequent guidance on such matters. Local leaders, meanwhile, encourage the residents to become job creators when finding work seems difficult, although there are plenty of construction projects in the city for those able to handle manual labor. The settlement of Karama was inaugurated in 2018 and is home to 240 families comprised of 1,275 people. The area it is located in, nicknamed Norvège or Norway, has seen rapid development in recent years.
Deputies have begun a series of visits to various communities and to also check on the implementation of the government's projects. On one hand, some residents in Kigali City say there is need of infrastructure in some areas as soon as possible. Take a look. The road through Nyamirambo sector in Nyarugenge district from Miduha to Mageragere prison in Nyarugenge is in a poor condition. Residents who use this road say that it needs to be repaired as it is used by many. Here in Inhwari, our road is damaged. As it is filled with water, it rains and vehicles are not able to pass through, and passengers as well, hence causing chaos. during a series of visits to various communities that deputies began across the country so as to see the implementation of various development projects and to engage with the people. They started in Kigali, where they discussed with the city administration the progress of the implementation process of government projects.
ahanini dushaka kureba uburyo iyo mihanda ifasha abaturage kugeza umusaruro.
We shall look at the concrete roads connecting the districts, basing on a 3-year time frame. We shall check the small roads and in other provinces as well. We will mainly look at how these roads help the people to get their produce to the market. There are new concrete roads that were built at that time, and we shall check on the progress so far in terms of simplifying transport. The deputies will also look at the way these roads are handled, and in case of any issues, we will discuss with the authorities.
Imihanda ifashwe haramutse hari n'ibibazo twifuza kubiganira n'inzego.
According to the Kigali City Council, a 3-year project has been launched to build 210-kilometer roads in the city of Kigali, where 17 kilometers have already been constructed, and currently there is a plan to upgrade 245 kilometers of new roads in the city of Kigali. The mayor of Kigali City, Rubigisa Pudens, says that the infrastructure is being taken care of. During this series of visits, deputies will also visit infrastructure including clean water distribution, classroom construction and renovation activities, electricity infrastructure, and visits to some of the genocide memorial sites. Before addressing the public, each deputy will have to first meet a family with conflicts in order to hear them out, identify the issues that are causing the conflict, and advise them on how to resolve them. It is scheduled to end on the 30th of March. They will cover all the 30 districts across the country and all the 416 sectors. This is after a while of not meeting communities due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Normally, Article 105 of the Organic Law on the functioning of the Chamber of Deputies stipulates that at least 2 times a year, all deputies should visit communities. Refugees living in different camps here in Rwanda have begun to productively use the renewable energy that have been unveiled to them, helping to transform and improve their lives. Officials in the country's ministry in charge of emergency management have noted that such initiatives help to protect the environment that is usually negatively affected in such camps.
The renewable energy initiative was implemented in 3 camps: Nyabiheche, Kigeme, and Mahama. We have electricity, which is good because we now have lights. Before, doing business was difficult because we were forced to close shop at 6 p.m. as darkness set in. Now we continue working until at least 8 p.m. Usually we go for longer. We also get to have lighting in our homes. The power has really helped us in our everyday lives. 50% of the homes in the camp have electricity and 62% of them have energy-saving stoves. 703 income-generating projects were also created, and another 150 upped their production levels to increase profits by 50%. I earn 250,000 Rwandan francs per month, and I am able to support my family. I am very strict to use only the money I should be using on a given day, depending on how much I have made. Before I got the solar energy equipment, I had very few customers, and whenever the candle burnt out, that was it. When people come here, they want to be able to sit down and listen to the radio while charging their phones. The power has therefore enabled me to operate better. Such initiatives are only made possible through the government's efforts, working with its partners, and officials in the country's ministry in charge of emergency management have noted that such initiatives also help to protect the environment that is usually negatively affected in such camps.
The program helps a lot to the refugees that would learn their businesses, and it is also helpful in terms of security in the camps and of course in the household of the refugees. And it will help to manage environment protection in terms of green energy and renewable energy. So it will also contribute to protect environment in and around the camps.
Rwanda is home to 127,269 refugees, 90% of whom live in the country's 5 camps.
The official inauguration of the upgraded Rwanda district electrical distribution network has taken place, meaning the network no longer provides just 6.6 kilovolts as it had done before 4 decades and now supports up to 30 kilovolts. The initiative was supported by the Kingdom of Belgium and included intensive work and equipment to enable the network to support the new load.
To make the upgrade possible, up to 20 new electrical cabins, each with its own voltage converter, had to be built, and 14 kilometers of medium-volt wiring had to be erected, as well as 34.7 kilometers of small voltage ones. In the process, 7.2 kilometers of street lighting was provided in Gisenyi town. The extra power means the town and district will be able to develop faster. The hospital has many machines, including some with very sophisticated technology in the lab and operating theatre. All of those things require a stable and constant supply of electricity. This will therefore allow us to perform better. The Serena Hotel uses electricity every day and our guests must be confident about the energy supply. In any case, you know that low power can damage many things. Since 2014, the Belgian Development Agency has supported many energy initiatives here in Rwanda, spending 39 million euros in the process and helping to establish more than 1,000 kilometers of new electrical cabling and providing power in more than 50,000 homes.
The electricity program has been in place since 2014, and altogether we have spent close to 40 million euro on this. Why electricity? Because electricity is very much, it's access to the power that provides opportunities, that is a key enabler for socioeconomic development. We heard from the hospital manager here, we heard from the hotel manager here, how much their day-to-day operations actually depends on reliable, affordable, steady access to energy, and that's why we focused on that sector, because it's so critical in enabling further development.
Rwandan government officials have commended the support Belgium has continued to provide. We were just noting on how Rubavu town is among the 6 secondary cities after Kigali. And when you look at the hotels, the special economic zone that is to be constructed, factories like Bralirwa and others that will soon be established here, it was painfully obvious that the energy infrastructure that existed here before would not have been able to handle all that. This is the reason this partnership with the Kingdom of Belgium should be appreciated. More than 68.48% of homes in Rwanda currently have electricity, and the goal is to hit the 100% mark by the end of 2024, which is why the country has pushed forward aggressively with its energy development projects.
Well, there you have it. On behalf of the entire news production team, thank you so much for your company. I'm Jane Mutoni. Bye for now.